You got some Week 7 OFL football as the 3-2 Indianapolis Colts head to Jacksonville to take on the 3-1-1 Jacksonville Jaguars, led by new coach Jake Pride Sr., making his Jaguar debut. He has previously coached in the OFL for the Lions and the Vikings, as there's Tariq Cohen losing a few yards. That would lead to a 3rd down and 10 as Jack Jackson to Corey Coleman, bringing it to the 8. Jackson completed his first 14 passes of the day. Very solid performance for him. And now at the 3. Here's the rookie out of Arizona State. Triple J on the man. Level up like I'm Super Saiyan. Touchdown Indianapolis Colts. They would take a 7-0 lead. Here comes Derek Carr and the Jaguars. As Carr, he would roll out and he would go out. Von Miller with the sack, bringing up a 2nd and 19. Jaguars would eventually punt. Colts have it 1st and 15. N'Keal Harry, the Arizona State connection. Jackson and Harry with a nice play, which gains 25. That would do absolutely nothing. I don't know why it was in the video. Jaguars have it back. Carr sacked again by Von Miller, his 2nd of the day. The former Texas A&M Aggie making the play. That will lead to a 2nd and 19. Very next play for the Jaguars. Handoff for Theo Riddick. And Riddick has open daylight. That will be 84 yards to the house for the former Detroit Lion, Theo Riddick. We are tied up here at Everbank Field. Now 7 apiece. Indianapolis will get it back as here's Jack Jackson Jr. over to Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stuffed up like Thanksgiving turkey for a loss. Nice play right there by A.J. Cole. Jacksonville will get the ball back as Derek Carr on 2nd down and 10. Scrambling like he's laying on a date. Showing off the wheels and is pounded. But he does gain 19 nonetheless. Not too long later, Carr looking deep. He has Paul Richardson to the 3-yard line. Big play right there for Jacksonville. Can they punch it in? 1st and goal. Very next play is Derek Carr looking to throw it. He is a wide open man in the end zone for a touchdown. That is Kenny Stills. Still showing off the dance moves. Jacksonville up. So it's 14-7. Not much time left in the half. Colts hoping for a miracle. As Jack Jackson looking deep and he'd be intercepted. You can't spell intercepted without the D. Marlon Humphrey makes the play. Jackson's first incompletion all day, as Humphrey is when he makes the play. Let's go 3rd quarter now. Jacksonville Jaguars have it as Derek Carr on 1st down from the 28 has Bruce Ellington bringing it to the 48. Next play, Carr back to Bruce Ellington, who will bring it to the 24. Joe Tooney actually got injured on the play, one of the few good Jaguar offensive linemen. Now in the red zone, 2nd and 3, Jay Ajayi is wrapped up like a Christmas present by who else but number 58, Von Miller. Now 3rd and goal, Jaguars trying to punch it in as Jay Ajayi untouched like weekend homework for 6. And the Jaguars start off the 4th quarter with a touchdown. 4th and 2, Colts sort of have to go for it as Jackson over to Corey Coleman. Big day for Coleman, moving the chains, keeping the drive alive. Another 4th down, this time from 6 yards away after a false start penalty. But it wouldn't matter as Jackson from the end zone connecting with N'Keal Harry. And the Colts will cut the lead in half, making it 21-14. Can they complete the comeback? 1st down now for the Jaguars, as here is Derek Carr looking to throw it. Carr has more time than someone waiting in a McDonald's drive-thru. He finds DeAndre the Nuke Hopkins, bringing it to the 50. Now the 45. It's 3rd and 5. The Colts need a stop here as Carr completely overthrows his target. Maybe he was just throwing it away, so the Colts still have a chance. At the 33, a minute and a half left to go. Jack Jackson over to Travis Benjamin, and Benjamin down the field, bringing it to the 23. Big play right there for Indianapolis. Very next play, Jackson, he has Corey Coleman. Coleman rumbling, bumbling, tumbling to the 3-yard line for a gain of 20. Now 1st and goal at the 8 after a false start penalty. Jack Jackson gets it to Cohen. It probably would have benefited Indy if it was incomplete as they lose 4 yards and more time ticks off the clock as a result. 25 seconds left. Jackson for the end zone. He connects with Jordan Akins, the tight end, for 6 as he barely got that one in, and the booth would actually review it And when I looked at it, it almost looked like he didn't get his right foot in. However, the play did stand, and the Indianapolis Colts would tie this game up. 7 seconds left, Jacksonville for 48. They do have 2 timeouts, so maybe they can get a quick play and kick a field goal. But that would not be result as Patrick Peterson gets the INT. And if he ran even farther back, that would have been a safety. Jacksonville would have won. So he's sort of lucky that he did it. That means we are headed to overtime. The Colts win the toss. Obviously, they will elect to receive. So they will get the upper hand here, started off the overtime period. As, let's see what can happen here. So we're going to just jump right to the 2-minute mark. This is still the initial Indy possession. It's on first down. Tariq Cohen, he would be lit up like a Christmas tree, leading us to the 2-minute warning. Been a very uneventful overtime so far. Can Indy change that as on 3rd and 7? Jackson, plenty of time to throw it. Finds a wide open Corey Coleman, bringing it to the 14. Indianapolis is in field goal range, getting awfully close to the end zone as well. 2nd and 7. Here's Jack Jackson. He is running from his problems like a divorced husband and would be sacked for a loss of 13. Next play. 3rd and 21. Jack Jackson sacked again. This time by Stephon Tuitt, and that would lead to a field goal. If the Colts were smart, they would just chew all the clock, but instead they only chew like 15 seconds. Caleb Sturgis does make the kick, and with 31 seconds left, Indianapolis leads it. However, Jacksonville would get it back. 25 seconds left. Can they make a miracle as Carr finds Adam Shaheen, brought down at the 45, but we got a penalty flag on the play. It looked like a clear face mask, and indeed, it was a face mask. The flag would be on none other than Kevin Byard. Jacksonville is now in field goal range. 7 seconds left. They're not calling a timeout. They're going to go for the win. And what better to do than hand it off to your running back, Ajayi. Ajayi finds a hole. There goes Jay Ajayi for the game-winning touchdown, but he's 1 yard short. This is some Super Bowl 1999 cheese, Kevin Dyson, Mike Jones-like stuff. And the Indianapolis Colts survive. What an ending. Both teams with some clock failures at the end. I don't know why Jacksonville ran it with their not speedy running back. If Ajayi had a little bit more speed, Jacksonville would have won this game. What an ending. And the Indianapolis Colts will improve to 4-2. Jacksonville, meanwhile, goes down to 3-2-1. Colts definitely a surprising team this year, as no one really expected them to do that well. On to the rest of the OFL, my New Orleans Saints beat up on the Bears 34-3. Saints now winners of 4 straight. They are now 4-2. Obviously, an 0-2 start was not ideal for New Orleans, but it looks like they are back on track with some dominant victories. Herb 9 really struggling in this one, as the Bears had their choice of Herb 9 and Jack Jackson. Obviously, they went with 9, and that's really not looking like it's paying off, as Herb 9 has struggled while Jack Jackson has been really good. We got ourselves an upset alert. Texans surprise the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the OFL's best, losing to one of the OFL's worst. Very solid performances from both Big Ben and Aaron Rodgers, as the Steelers, I believe, now go down to 4-2, Texans 2-4, if I'm not mistaken. Steelers should still contend for the playoffs, but it definitely will not be easy in a challenging OAFC. The Chiefs beat the Patriots 35-21, not too shocking. Solid performance from Daniel Jones. He threw 3 scores and no picks. Unfortunately, I did not check Josh Jacobs' yards per carry. Hopefully you saw it, and hopefully it's awful so we can continue to make fun of him. As the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, lost the OFL Bowl a season ago, and it looks like they'll be back in the playoffs this season with a very weak division. In a 1-point affair, the Carolina Panthers barely beat the Washington Redskins 39-38. Panthers now 3-1, coming off that horrible loss to New Orleans. Meanwhile, the Redskins 3-4. The Redskins are extremely talented, and they should still find a way out of that NFC East, as that division is really struggling. Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles are all not having great seasons. So don't be shocked if Washington makes the playoffs, even with 8 wins. And then another 1-point game, Atlanta and Denver. And it's the Broncos who fall victim to the Falcons, 28-27. Big game from DeMarcus Rice. It looks like Coach Zion Akonjo made the right choice by going with Rice over Jared Goff. As the Falcons now 5-2, they have won the NFC South 2 years in a row and are hoping to do so again. Saints are on their tails, but watch out for the ATL, man. They are scary. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 2, as the Vikings, led by new head coach Alpo Pohl, of course, they are trying to clear house and get picks, get younger. Alpo Pohl, definitely one of the more intimidating coaches in the OFL, definitely known for his fleecing ability in trades. Definitely a guy you don't want to negotiate with. I view myself as Danny Ainge Jr. I guess Alpo is sort of like maybe Bill Belichick Jr. I don't know. As the Miami Dolphins beat the Cincinnati Bengals, the Dolphins have the best record in the OFL at 6-1. The Dolphins probably won 6 games in all of last season, and now past week 7, they are 6-1. Nobody in the OFL has been better than this Miami Dolphin team. The Bengals have been struggling. I think they only have 2 wins on the campaign. Definitely not ideal. Another 1-point game. This time the Rams beat the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals went on a nice 2-game win streak. They have not lost since week 3, but they do fall victim to the reigning OFL Bowl champs. A little bit of a streaky start for the Rams, but they should make it back into the postseason in a questionable division. Maybe the Niners or Seahawks pop out of nowhere. As the Titans beat the Raiders, watch out for Tennessee. They could contend for a playoff spot. Very nice day from rookie quarterback Nick Smith. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this season looks like a lost cause. They have really been struggling, and it does not look like they will be competing for a postseason appearance. Next up, we have the Baltimore Ravens beating the New York Jets. Ravens now, I believe, 3-2. They have the worst record in the league last year, and they look a lot better this season. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's just been a total disaster for them. Of course, they did just trade away Khalil Mack to the Saints, and Dalvin Cook in his Jet debut had a really nice game. 8 carries, $118 and a score. Byron Murphy and Josh Allen, quarterback Josh Allen, were also part of that deal. And then the Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Cowboys finally back on the win column. They are now 2-5. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles lose their 4th straight. Are now 3-4 after starting off 3-0. As it really looked like the Eagles were going to make it out of the division, but now they're going to have to contend with a much more talented Washington Redskins squad. The Packers defeat the Lions 38-17. Of course, Russell Wilson had a crazy game last week. I feel like it was against the Packers. I forgot who the Lions played last week. It might have been the Packers. I don't know. Regardless, Green Bay is 5-1-1, I want to say. Best record in the NFC, and they are looking like the number 1 seed as of right now. Obviously, we have another 2 months of football to go. And then the Seattle Seahawks finishing things off, beating the Buffalo Bills, as the Seahawks have had a very streaky season, but if they can get hot, they can be a serious contender for the LFL playoffs. Meanwhile, Buffalo goes down to 5-2. Still been a very good year for them, but they are no longer the number 1 seed.